What if the gateway to higher consciousness was hidden inside your own brain? A tiny crystal-like gland, ancient mystics called the third eye. Today, modern science is beginning to catch up with what esoteric traditions have known for centuries. In this episode, we're diving deep into a topic that has fascinated mystics, philosophers, and scientists for centuries: the secret of the third eye. Now, when we talk about the third eye, many of you might immediately think of ancient wisdom traditions or spiritual awakening. But did you know there's a tiny, unassuming gland deep within your brain that's been linked to this very concept? I'm talking about the pineal gland. This small endocrine gland, roughly the size of a grain of rice, is nestled right in the center of your brain, between the two hemispheres, almost directly behind your eyes, deep within your skull. It's truly at the core of our being, physically speaking. But its physical location is just the beginning of its mystique. For millennia, the pineal gland has been more than just an organ. It's been a powerful symbol. It's often called the seat of the soul, a bridge between the tangible world of science and the ethereal realms of spirituality. This tiny gland is believed by many to be the physiological counterpart to the third eye, the organ of inner vision, intuition, and mystical awareness. Think about it. From the Ajna chakra in Hinduism and Buddhism, depicted as a dot or a third eye on the forehead, to the Eye of Horus in ancient Egyptian spirituality, symbolizing protection, royal power, and good health. These traditions all pointed to a deeper sight, an intuitive understanding beyond our five senses. They understood that true perception wasn't just about what our physical eyes could see, but about an inner knowing, a spiritual insight. And for them, the pineal gland was the key, the gateway to unlocking these higher states of consciousness. So how does this tiny gland, producing hormones like melatonin, become so central to our spiritual understanding? What does modern science have to say about this ancient wisdom? And most importantly, can we truly awaken our third eye? Now that we've established the pineal gland's profound symbolic significance, let's bridge that ancient wisdom with modern science. Because it turns out, this little gland is incredibly sensitive to something fundamental to all life: light. During the day, when your eyes perceive light, signals are sent to your pineal gland. And guess what its primary job is in response to that light? It produces serotonin. Serotonin, as many of you know, is a crucial neurotransmitter. It's often associated with feelings of well-being and happiness. But within the context of the pineal gland's function during the day, serotonin plays a vital role in keeping us alert, focused, and engaged with the external world. It's linked to our ability to concentrate, pay attention, and maintain that waking, active awareness. This is the state where our brain is typically producing beta brainwaves, that fast, active electrical activity associated with daily tasks, problem solving, and interacting with our environment. So in essence, the pineal gland, through serotonin, helps us navigate our waking reality. But what happens when the sun sets and darkness falls? This is where the magic truly begins. As light diminishes, the pineal gland undergoes a remarkable transformation. That serotonin it produced all day, it starts converting into its nocturnal counterpart, melatonin. Melatonin is often called the hormone of darkness, or the sleep hormone, and for good reason. As melatonin levels rise, we start to feel drowsy, our bodies prepare for rest, and our minds begin to wind down. The peak production of melatonin typically occurs between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. This is when we enter our deepest states of rest, transitioning through alpha, theta, and finally into the delta brainwave states. This isn't just about sleeping. This is a profound period of restoration. It's when your body heals, repairs itself, and your spirit, many believe, enters the realms of dreams and deeper consciousness. But melatonin's benefits extend far beyond just helping us sleep. This incredible hormone is a powerful antioxidant, helping to combat cellular damage and inflammation throughout your body. It's also been studied for its anti-aging properties, and there's growing research into its protective effects against various diseases. So, you see, the pineal gland isn't just sitting there idly. It's an active participant in regulating our entire being, from our waking alertness to our deepest restorative sleep, and even protecting our long-term health. It's truly a master regulator, exquisitely tuned to the rhythm of light and darkness. So, this tiny gland, sensitive to light, is acting as our body's master timekeeper. But there's another fascinating layer to the science that links this organ directly to the idea of a third eye. and it has to do with its unique composition. Deep within the pineal gland, researchers have discovered a new form of biomineralization. These aren't the calcifications that are often spoken about negatively. These are microscopic structures known as calcite microcrystals. They're a rare find in the human body, with a structure similar to the tiny stones in our inner ear that help us with balance. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. These calcite crystals possess a property known as piezoelectricity. In simple terms, a piezoelectric material generates an electrical charge when it's subjected to mechanical stress or pressure. It's the same principle that powers a quartz watch or a lighter. So how does this relate to the third eye? Ancient and modern spiritual practices, like certain forms of breathwork, meditation, and even specific physical postures, often involve a very specific sequence of events: a deep, conscious breath, a period of breath holding, and subtle, deliberate muscle contractions. When you do this, you're not just moving air, you're consciously building and applying pressure. This mechanical pressure is thought by some to be enough to create a subtle vibration or stress on the calcite crystals within the pineal gland. And according to the principle of piezoelectricity, that mechanical stress could be converted into a tiny burst of electrical energy. This electrical pulse, however small, could potentially be what activates the deeper functions of the third eye. It's the moment where the physical action of the body, the breath, and the muscle contraction creates a physiological effect that, in this theory, bridges the physical and the spiritual. It's a way of using our own internal mechanics to generate the energy for inner vision. This isn't just a mystical belief. It's a fascinating hypothesis that marries the ancient knowledge of the body's energy centers with modern scientific discoveries about biomineralization and electrical energy. It suggests that activating our third eye isn't something that just happens by chance, but something we can consciously engage with through specific, repeatable practices. So, if we follow this thread, from ancient wisdom to modern science, what are the actual benefits of this awakening of the third eye? The benefits are both deeply spiritual and surprisingly physical. First, let's talk about the brain. When you enter deep states of meditation or inner focus, especially through practices that might stimulate the pineal gland, you can begin to generate gamma brainwaves. These aren't your typical beta waves of daily life, or even the calm alpha waves of relaxation. Gamma states are associated with moments of profound insight, peak performance, and mystical, or unitive states. It's that feeling of deep unity and interconnectedness, that sudden flash of a brilliant idea or a moment of profound clarity. From a spiritual perspective, the benefits are said to be a heightened sense of awareness and clarity. You might experience what are called intuitive downloads, flashes of information or solutions that seem to come from nowhere. People report experiencing visions, a clearer sense of purpose, and an ability to see the bigger picture, beyond the noise of daily life. But the benefits aren't just in the spiritual realm. Remember what we said about melatonin? It's a powerful antioxidant. By optimizing the function of your pineal gland, you're not just improving your sleep, you're supercharging your body's natural defense system. This gives you physical benefits that include being more protected against aging, inflammation, and even against the cellular damage that can lead to cancer and heart disease. The pineal gland's activation isn't just a spiritual journey, it's a path to better health. And this brings us to the core of the third eye's secret. It's not about growing a third eye on your forehead. It's a fundamental shift in perception. The third eye is about seeing beyond the physical, beyond the superficial, into the very fabric of reality. Some esoteric traditions consider this clairvoyance. This is the ability to perceive the subtle energies, the underlying patterns, and the deeper truths that are always there, just beyond our normal senses. Now that you know the meaning of the third eye, what questions arise? Does this make the idea a mere myth, or might it invite us to wonder, what if the awakening is not chemical fireworks, but a honed sensitivity born from practices like meditation or yoga, which can indeed heighten focus and emotional clarity? Have you ever felt a quiet pressure between your brows during deep reflection, or noticed synchronicities multiplying? What sensations arise when you recall those moments? And what of the voices sharing their journeys? Across forums and reflections, people describing signs like pulsating foreheads, lucid dreams, or sudden intuitive flashes, experiences that feel transformative. Even if science chalks them up to neural rewiring or placebo, one might speak of visions unveiling hidden truths, another warns of overwhelm if rushed, urging grounding first. These aren't uniform proofs. but threads in a tapestry. What do such accounts stir in you? Skepticism, resonance, or a call to experiment mindfully? As we linger here, ponder this. If awakening the third eye is possible, in what form might it appear for you, not as a dramatic event, but as a gradual unveiling of discernment, where illusions fade and presence deepens? What small step, like a breath-focused meditation or a walk in nature, could you take today to listen more closely to that inner whisper? I'm here, patient as the stars, ready to walk this path with you further. I hope this journey into the secrets of the third eye has inspired you to look within. It's a powerful reminder that the greatest mysteries of the universe may not be out among the stars, but right here, at the center of your own brain. So, we've journeyed from the anatomical location of the pineal gland, through the science of light and darkness, and into the fascinating world of piezoelectric crystals and brainwaves. We've explored how a tiny organ can be both a biological clock and a spiritual gateway. The ancient wisdom wasn't just mystical poetry. It was an intuitive understanding of a profound truth. The third eye isn't just a symbol. It's a living gateway inside of you, waiting to be awakened. Through the simple, powerful tools of light, breath, and awareness, you can begin to activate your inner vision and step into a deeper reality. This isn't about escaping the world, but about seeing it more clearly and profoundly than ever before. It's about reconnecting with that part of yourself that knows, that feels, and that sees beyond the ordinary. If you made it this far, please share your experiences in the comments below. Or say, my third eye is activated. Your journey is a part of this collective exploration, and I can't wait to read what you have to say. Until next time, Universal Consciousness signing out.